This video is being released on December 7th, 2019, my 25th birthday. Yay me! But it is also very close to the dates set for the YouTube Walkout, December 10th to December 13th. This walkout is being done to protest changes to the YouTube terms of service in which, YouTube can not provide you service if they deem that your content is not commercially viable. So, do not give them a view, do not give them a video, don't give them a second of your time. They wouldn't give you a second of theirs. Why should you do the same for them? Hashtag free the plebe, etc. So, please don't watch YouTube or use YouTube at all between the dates December 10th and December 13th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ann Dawson, and I like all of you. You've helped me a lot. You've supported me a lot. You've done the commenting, the liking, the sharing, and over 100 of you have done the subscribing. Therefore, the social contract of the internet compels me to make a 100 subscribers thank you and appreciation video. So here we are. I even made this thing. It's a submarine. See? You get it, right? It's a good joke. I know. But seriously, though, thank you a lot. When I first started doing this channel, I thought I'd make 2, maybe 3 videos. No one would watch them. The only comment I'd get would be from someone telling me how bad I am, and then I would run out of steam and just kind of give up. Maybe never make a video again. But that's not what happened. Clearly, I've got a lot of positive feedback and support, and I appreciate that greatly. I really, really do. Doing this channel has improved my life in many ways. Some people say that BreadTube isn't much of a community, and they might be very, very right, but I don't know, I feel like doing this has just helped me a lot because it gives me an outlet to express my gender. It's allowed me to meet a lot of really cool and amazing people, or at least not meet, but, engage and interact with and become friends with quite a few people. And I don't know, there's something community-esque about supporting each other, watching each other's videos, and doing all that stuff, I think. I don't know, it's been fun. I've been having a great time because of the people who follow me. Well, just thank you. That's all there really is to say. So yeah, thank you. I don't know. There's a whole lot of video left in this one, and I don't know how to say thank you over and over again. In between the time of my last video and the time it actually took me to start filming and uploading this, I got 200 subscribers. So thank you to you too. 200 subscribers. Way to go. You also get the same submarine. You can hold your applause till the end. So, like I said, I really didn't know what to do, so I'm just gonna copy what I saw the General Line do. He just answered Curious Cat questions. So I put out a request for Curious Cat questions. I said if I get 5 questions, I'd do this and answer them on a video, and I got 5 questions, so here I am. I'm going to answer some Curious Cat questions. You're welcome. Question 1. What are the top 5 nations based on flag? So I'm going to interpret as just top 5 flags. And at number 5 is Guyana, which is just a really unique, nice design for a flag. And it has some really good colors that I think go well together and are pleasant to my eyes. This flag looks very joyous, and it makes me happy to look at. So that's why it's at number 5. I think it could be better, which is why it's at the bottom of this really high up there list. Number 5 out of over 190 national flags. It's pretty damn good, Guyana. But I feel like it's not higher on the list because I don't think it really tells me anything about the Guyanese people. I feel like the flag of a nation should tell me something about the people, because it is the flag of a people. So it doesn't tell me a story. It doesn't really tell me a whole lot. But it is very, very nice, and I appreciate it. Number 4 is Kenya. Kenya is a very simple flag, all things considered, but I like the shield in the middle. Most of the time, The flag's developed, I think, if I recall correctly, based out of European heraldry, so it's cool to see a shield, an African shield on a flag. I don't know, like an African version of heraldry, I think is a really cool idea. That's not what's going on the Kenyan flag, or at least I don't think so. I don't know anything about it. I don't think that's the intention, but I really like that idea in my head. So that's why Kenya's at number 4. And at number 3 is Angola. I like Angola's flag because for a flag that seems to be based out of the Soviet tradition for flag making, it seems really unique in that instead of a hammer and sickle, it is a machete and a cog, which tells a story to me that, like, the workers here, they are protected, or rather the workers here will protect themselves with machetes. There is also a yellow star that is rising into a red sky that represents to me sort of red dawn, and I like that kind of thing, so yeah. Number 3 is Angola. At number 2 is Mexico. Mexico is high on this list because its central emblem is a eagle perched on a cactus eating a snake. I just think that's badass. Do I really have to say more? I think it's the only flag that I can think of that actually depicts violence. Other flags will chicken out. They'll threaten violence. They'll put a gun or a sword on their flag, but they won't actually show them being used. Mexico's like, nah, fuck that. This eagle is going to sit on this cactus and is going to fuck this snake up. And I appreciate the honesty. If you're going to make a threat, you gotta follow through. Don't just show a gun. What the fuck are you doing? It's not that I want more violence on flags. I really don't. But I appreciate the honesty, okay? Honesty is important to me. So at number 1 is Macedonia, which recently changed its name, so North Macedonia, I guess. The flag of North Macedonia asks the bold question, what if the flag of Imperial Japan, but not shitty and fascists, but communist instead? And I'm just a sucker for sunbeams, so what the North Macedonian flag allows me to do is enjoy sunbeams on a flag without feeling particularly shitty for enjoying a design used by genocidal maniacs. Fuck fascists. This flag's dope. So just a quick rundown. Top 5 best flags. Number 5, Guyana. Number 4, Kenya. Number 3, Angola. Number 2, Mexico. And number 1, North Macedonia. That's my list. That is the correct opinion. Question number 2. Will you finish reading Walden if the video gets an X number of likes? And the answer is no, sorry. The reason I wanted to do that video was because I was missing my dad, and I wanted to understand him better, I guess. And since he's dead, I can't just ask him, so I just am left with reading the things he liked when he was alive. So at some point in the future, I'll probably miss him again, and I'll try to finish reading Walden. And when that happens, maybe there will be some revelation, or I realize that, oh god, I got Thoreau all wrong, and I need to issue corrections or something like that. So I'm not against making another video for Walden or for Thoreau in general in the future, but it wouldn't be because of an X number of likes. And if that is something you want, I wouldn't wait for it, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't hold my breath, I guess. So sorry. But thank you for asking the question. Question number 3. What YouTube channels are your biggest inspirations? And I'd have to say Huntress X Thompson. I know half of you are here because she shouted me out in her last video, the one about Paradox is not immune to propaganda. And her videos inspired me because they are simple in the production. When I first started watching BreadTube, you can be easily intimidated by things like ContraPoints and PhilosophyTube doing whole short film theater-esque productions. And like when I started getting into more of the smaller channels, it was like a relief. Oh God, if I want to make these videos, I don't have to put on a whole big thing. I can just sit down and talk about things. But more than that, like she just talks about the things she's interested in. But not only does Huntress X Thompson talk about things she's interested in, she talks about them and reveals things about those things that you otherwise might have missed or not have really like thought critically about or realized. For instance, like The Sims. The Sims is a fun video game, but it's capitalist as hell. And 60s era corporate commercials and corporate films that are trying to sell products. They reinforce gender roles, and that was a shitty thing to do. And how does that impact advertising today? See what I mean? It's fucking, thought-provoking stuff. So, I don't know, like, that's why most of my videos start off with, hi, my name is Person, and I like Thing. Because that's the start of my creative process. I identify a thing that I like, and I try to find more about it, and I report the findings back to you. And I feel like I wouldn't have found that creative process without watching Huntress X Thompson's videos. So yeah, biggest inspiration goes to her. Congratulations. Question 4. What non-political YouTube channels do you enjoy? Isn't everything political? But to actually answer your question, I like Emperor Tiger Star's mapping videos. It's just kind of a fun little history entertainment type thing, I guess. Still kind of political though. So, Ants Canada. I like the YouTuber Ants Canada. He's got a good attitude. I like listening to him talk about ants. I like learning about ants. I like watching them do their ant things, as well as some other insects he's got going on. Ants are very interesting creatures. I'll tell you. No, I will not tell you. Ants Canada will tell you about the ants. Insects aside, I like watching travel stuff. Drew Scanlon, you might know him as the Blinking White Guy. He has a channel called Cloth Map. He goes around the world visiting different places, seeing what their video game culture is like, but more than that, also like what their traditional historical gaming culture is like. And I don't know, that's just fascinating. He came from the other thing I watched a lot of, Giant Bomb. Giant Bomb does have a YouTube channel, but I watched most of their stuff on their website, giantbomb.com. It's a website about video games. And, I don't know, they got a good crew. Lots of nice personalities in video games. That's why I'm a big nerd. That's me. Question number 5. Will our society be able to peacefully transition to a sustainable way of living? And if not, how will this affect our political strategy and tactics? Wow, that's one of those tough questions. I'm scared to answer because I find the answer terrifying, to be quite honest, because no, I really kind of don't think we can do it peacefully. And don't get me wrong, I think we can do the majority of the work peacefully. Like, I can transition to a more sustainable lifestyle, and I feel like the majority of people I know could easily transition in much the same way, but we are not the biggest polluters. We are not the biggest contributors to the climate crisis. And, sooner or later, the ruling class is going to have to give up their unsustainable lifestyle. I don't think they're going to do that peacefully. And don't get me wrong, I feel like I said, a majority of the work can be done peacefully. If I made it a percentage, like maybe 90% peacefully, 10% not, and that sucks. Like, I'd rather it be 100% peacefully, but I just don't think that's going to end up being how that's going to go down. Because, like, protests and strikes and things like that, those are always peaceful until the ruling class enacts violence against them, and all of a sudden they're not. So, take peace as far as you can take it, but at some point there will be that roadblock. And yeah, that's my answer. Well, that's it for Curious Cat. I know that last one was a bit of a bummer, but even in the midst of celebration, always good to remember that there's a lot of work ahead. There's a lot of work to be done. That's my obligation fulfilled. I think there's only one more thing I could possibly do. Twirls. Why get drunk when you can just spin around for a while? Fuck. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. It really does mean a lot. Every comment and like I get, and every conversation I have on Twitter and various Discords, and thank you. Thank you.